In the spring of 1773, a new tax on tea again stirred up trouble between the colonists and Parliament. The British government wanted to create a monopoly for an English business called the East India Company.
No right to put a tax upon us unless we are represented in Parliament.
Once again, the British misjudged the colonists. Most Americans resented Parliament controlling their trade. Others denounced taxation without representation. 4 cities were targeted to receive the first shipments of East India tea: New York, Boston, Charleston, and Philadelphia. American patriot leaders decided to resist delivery. The only question was, where would conflict come? Not New York. The ships carrying the tea were late arriving. Not Philadelphia. The captain of the tea ship was persuaded to sail back to England. In Charleston, South Carolina, the tea was unloaded, stored, and later destroyed. The real showdown took place in Boston. On December 16, 1773, an angry crowd of over 5,000 people filled the Old South Church. 3 tea ships sat in Boston Harbor, but all efforts to send them back to England had failed. Suddenly, someone in the crowd yelled,
"Boston Harbor a teapot tonight!"
Soon, about 60 men quietly slipped out of the church. Dressed as Indians, they reappeared at the dock where the 3 tea ships were anchored. They boarded the ships and dumped 342 chests filled with tea into the Boston Harbor. Patriots called this the Boston Tea Party. The British Prime Minister, Lord North, called it treason. In the spring of 1774, town meetings were banned in Boston. The port was closed until all the tea was paid for, and 4,000 British soldiers arrived to put the city under military rule. Parliament stripped Massachusetts of the right to elect their own colonial government, and British officials and soldiers accused of a crime could be sent back to England for trial.